Ritual begins with space. When we prepare a space, we are preparing our energy too. When we prepare a space, there are several different energetic cleansing methods that you can use. You could use smoke, such as sage, palo santo, or rosemary. Now, let me get into why the first two of those are actually a little problematic. Sage, as in white sage, and palo santo are both closed practices, and we don't want to infringe upon that. In case you haven't noticed, I'm lacking a little melanin here. I have not been initiated into traditions that use sage, white sage, or palo santo without appropriating it. I have not been initiated into those traditions. Um, as such, I don't use those. You can use garden sage, and that's absolutely perfectly acceptable. Garden sage is not a closed practice. White sage, Salvia albinis, I want to say, is a closed practice. And you may hear some people say that, you know what, no, it's fine, whatever. Don't do it unless you are invited to do it. Same goes for Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a wood that is native to certain parts of South America. I want to say it's Amazonian rainforest, specifically, possibly Central America. But regardless, it is indigenous to cultures of that area that I do not have access to, and that's fine. I have been gifted Palo Santo. If you absolutely find that you cannot use an alternative to Palo Santo or white sage, please make sure that you source them ethically. Buy from an indigenous maker. Buy small. Do not buy corporatized Palo Santo and sage that come from, whatever. Buy from, this is where you really want to buy small and buy direct. Rosemary, on the other hand, it's kind of like the white candle of the herb world. It is all purpose, it substitutes for anything, and it smells fantastic. You can also energetically cleanse with sound, such as chimes, bells, singing bowls. Those are all very fun ways to energetically remove any negative vibrations from your space. You could also use salt or water. Um, I do like to use salt. Be careful when you're placing salt on, say, your floor. Make sure, because salt is very dehydrating, it can affect the quality of your flooring. So, make sure that you vacuum it up when you're done. Make sure that it doesn't stay on the ground too long, etc. Um, Water, you can also, actually physically cleanse your space as well, and that also goes along with, it goes hand in hand with energetically cleansing it. So, water is frequently part of our physical cleansing routines, be it in a liquid, as the base of a liquid, like floor cleaner, or a liquid all purpose cleaner, etc. You can also energetically cleanse your space with visualizations and breath. So, for visualizations, you could just sit there, close your eyes, and perfectly imagine the space that you are sitting in, wherever you want to work, and picture it in your head. This is also a very good way to kind of get in better touch with your psychic abilities. Close your eyes, picture the space, picture, let's say you're working in your living room, picture your sofa. Picture a chair, a pillow. What pillows are on your couch? Is it a sectional? Is it just a long banquette? Is it a love seat? Etc. Um, and visually, within your mind, you're going to envision the space being pure and clean with no negative energy left there. Let's create a simple ritual space. First, you're going to choose a clean, quiet area of your home. It could be in a common room, it could be in a corner of your bedroom. It doesn't really matter where it is as long as it is clean and quiet. Um, You can lay down an altar cloth or create physical barrier space. I actually like to use a ring of salt on the floor. Um, Again, if you're using salt, make sure that you vacuum it up, whatever, when you're done. This one's a big one. You're going to want to turn off any distractions. So leave your phone in another room if you can't shut it off. Um, don't have any electronics. No whatever show you're binge watching on Netflix in the background. Turn off any electronics. This is your sacred moment. Give yourself the space to just exist without the distraction of outside influences. Now we're ready to bring in the candle. You can also physically cleanse your candle too. You can either smoke cleanse it, like pass it through some incense. You can set it in the sunlight or the light of a full moon, especially, is really good for charging it. Another way you can cleanse your candle is to tap it gently and affirm, I cleanse you of all energies but my own. Your space does not have to be elaborate. What matters is presence. Be intentional. Be here in the moment.